I didn't create the following video to convince anyone of anything. I'm just putting some facts out and letting you decide for yourself. You make your mind up for yourself. I had a strange thought tonight, and I was talking to some people on True Social, and something dawned on me. And this isn't to prove a point or to state this is actual fact, but it's something I want you to all think about. I heard a story of a guy when his mother started screaming that the devil was on their TV, and he walked in the room and she was screaming, looking at TV, and it was Barack Obama on the TV. She was calling the devil. Let's just take that the way I heard it. That's how I heard it, and that was years and years ago. I never really thought about it on that level or really took it seriously, but I want you to think about a couple things. I'm going to start with this here.
Luke chapter 10, verse 18, Jesus said these words, "And he said unto them, I beheld Satan as lightning falling from the heavens." These words are written in Greek and translated to English. However, Jesus spoke these words originally in Aramaic, which is the most ancient form of Hebrew. As you know, the Old Testament was written in Hebrew.
They
If a
didn't
modern
always
Jewish
speak in
rabbi were to
Aramaic.
speak these words of Jesus today, he would speak them in Hebrew, much the same way that Jesus would have spoken them. So in Hebrew, Jesus said that he saw Satan falling as lightning from the heights or from the heavens. So what are the words for lightning and heights or heavens in Hebrew? From the Strong's Hebrew Dictionary, word number 1299, a primitive root word meaning to lighten or lightning or to cast forth, the word is barak. In the Strong's Hebrew Dictionary, word number 1300, lightning, or by analogy, a gleam, a flashing sword, or a brightness or a glittering, the Hebrew word is barak. So lightning, or a flash of light, in Hebrew is pronounced barak or barak. Now consider this amazing fact. The book of Isaiah is the source of origin for the Christian concept and understanding of Satan, or Lucifer, as Isaiah calls him, in chapter 14, especially in verses 12 through 19. In Isaiah chapter 14, verse 14, Lucifer, or Satan, is credited with these words, "I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High." In the verses of Isaiah that refer directly to Lucifer, several times it is mentioned that Satan has fallen from the heights, or from the heavens. The Hebrew word used in this text for the heights from which Satan fell is Strong's Hebrew word 1116, pronounced Bama. Bama is most commonly used to refer to a high sacred place, as well as to the heights of the heavens or the clouds. In Hebrew, the letter wa is often transliterated as a u. Some scholars use the o for this transliteration. It is primarily used as a conjunction to join concepts together. So to join in Hebrew poetry the concept of lightning, or barak, and a high place like heaven or the heights of heaven, the letter u, or sometimes o, the Hebrew letter wa, would be used. So, barak o bama, or barak u bama, in Hebrew poetry, similar to the style written in Isaiah, would translate literally as lightning and the heights or the heavens, or lightning from the heights of the skies or the heavens. The word Satan is Satan in Hebrew, a direct translation. So back to Jesus' prophecy in Luke chapter 10, verse 18. If spoken by a Jewish rabbi today, influenced by the poetry of Isaiah, he would say these words in Hebrew, the words of Jesus in Luke chapter 10, verse 18 as, "And I saw Satan as Barak Ubama." Did Jesus reveal to us the name of the Antichrist? I report, you decide.
Another quick note about this video: there used to be several copies of it up on YouTube, and now there's none except one where a guy goes in and he basically tries to discredit it. And it's really, if you listen to him, it's mostly based on his opinion. And it seems odd to me that usually doesn't YouTube usually just ban things that are true that they don't like. I'm just asking. Now, before I get into the story from the Hill, I wanted to run one more thing by you. Years ago, I used to collect stones, like rocks, gemstones, semi-precious mostly. And I had this huge piece of garnet. And I was reading about garnet, and it was then I discovered it was one of the stones the Hebrews used. I believe it was one of the ones that were supposed to be on the breastplate of Aaron, worn by Moses, or one of the temple priests. And the stone, garnet, was said to bring sudden enlightenment, at least according to, what the books say about it. And so that enlightenment, suddenly like lightning striking you, that stone, garnet, is also called Barak. So that's why I knew that first part of that story was correct. At least in that the word for lightning, because it was supposed to be as suddenly you were struck by lightning, enlightened, as the way they put it. It was called Barak. Now, this is what we were talking about today. Now, it says here in this report from the Hill that now a lot of people suspect that Obama's been pulling Joe Biden's strings, in the fact that he's running this shadow government. But think about this. This story came out in 2017, just 2 months after Donald Trump was inaugurated, actually less than 2 months. And here we have Senator Mike Kelly. He alleged that Barack Obama was living in Washington, D.C., running a shadow presidency and a secret operation to take down Donald Trump. Now, I want you to start thinking. Okay, first we have the book about Barack Obama that he wrote. I forget what the name was, something of stories of his father, whatever it is. And he said that if he had to take sides with the Muslims if things turned, that he would choose them instead of the United States. So now we have him saying that he would choose them over us. We have here Obama being accused by Mike Kelly of running the shadow government. Now you start to think about it. The whole time Trump was in office, what did they do to him? All they did was try to impeach him and everything. You think this man might not have been actually running a shadow presidency behind Trump's back? Why was he following Trump around the world and meeting with leaders after Trump did? So you start to think about this now. Now he's literally trying to destroy the United States, and he's using Joe Biden as his puppet to do it. If you think I'm wrong, think about something else here. What does the Bible say, too, about the Antichrist? He would rule for 7 years, right? Okay, how many years has it been since Trump was elected? 2016. He was inaugurated in 17. What was the 16-year plan they talked about in the when you hear people talking about the New World Order conspiracy theory? Well, I'll show you this right here before I get back into this. Hold on. I'm going to switch. Hold on for a second.
President Obama himself said he was going to stay in Washington until his daughter graduated. I think we ought to pitch in and let him go someplace else, because he's only there for one purpose and one purpose only, and that is to run a shadow government that is going to totally upset the new agenda. It just doesn't make sense. And people sit back and they say, my gosh, why can't you guys get this done? I'm saying, We've got a new CEO, we've got some new heads in the different departments, but the same people are there, and they don't believe that the new owners or the new managers should be running the ship.
Okay, here's the next part. They say that the New World Order, Illuminati, whoever, again, I'm not the big conspiracy theory guy, but I will tell you, these are things I looked up and found myself. They say they had a 16-year plan. Now watch this. 16 years from the establishment of the Federal Reserve Bank and them actually ratifying the 16th Amendment, and they created income tax. 16 years later, what happened? 1929, from 1913 to 1929, the Great Depression. 16 years after that, FDR was inaugurated his fourth term. The only one of the other presidents to be inaugurated 4 times because the war was going on and the atomic bombs were dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. 1961, 16 years later, JFK was inaugurated and assassinated, in 1963. Okay, not done yet. 1977, 16 years later, Jimmy Carter was inaugurated, and George Bush ends his term as the 11th director of the CIA. Jimmy Carter pardoned all Vietnam draft evaders. Star Wars was released. Elvis died. Saturday Night Fever. There's a lot of stuff that happened in 77. Okay, skip forward 16 years again. 1993. George Bush Sr. signed the START II treaty with Russia's Boris Yeltsin. Then on January the 20th, 1993, William Jefferson Clinton was inaugurated. Okay, that's 16. These are each 16-year plan. So you see here, this is the final 16-year plan. 2009, the miracle on Hudson Bay. I'm sure you'll remember when the plane, but on the 20th, and Barack Hussein Obama was inaugurated the president. And that's the beginning of the 7th, if you count 7. That's why I said 7 times 16-year plans. But there's one more thing here that I'm not showing you. The year Barack Obama was born was the year that JFK was inaugurated. 16 years. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then he was now think about this. If Hillary Clinton was inaugurated and had won in 2016, they supposedly would have ended us by 2025 as the end of that 16-year period, right? Now think about this. Trump became president in 2016. They've done nothing but run him down. Again, are they running the shadow presidency? And is Joe Biden Barack Obama's puppet? So he's doing everything. He's doing the bidding of Barack Obama, who happens to be turned. Now he's actually, in a way, think about this. The Antichrist, it says, would continue for 7 years. Since Trump was inaugurated, it was 6 years. 6 years now. Because this is 2022, and Trump was inaugurated in 16. 6 years, another year. And if it is true, then Obama should be removed from. I don't think he should just be removed from power, but I really do suspect that he is running a shadow presidency, and as he kept his promise, he's trying to destroy the United States of America, and he's using Joe Biden to do it. You start thinking about this, and maybe he really is the Antichrist. like the guy's mother yelled, like that guy said in the video, and it does seem kind of odd. 7 years that right now, technically, since we're past the date of the inauguration past the 6-year inauguration of Trump, he is in the 7th year right now. 7 years in the Antichrist, right? What's he doing? Destroying our country. Doesn't take a lot to think that maybe that's really possibly what's happening, but it's really odd. I'm just putting this out like the other guy with the other. I'm putting it out. You make what you want of it, but it sure seems awful funny, and it sure seems to match up, doesn't it? I'm also curious why Obama put on this Baphomet costume here. Tell me, have you gotten your vaccine passport? Taken a mark, have you? Start thinking with your heads. Let me show you one more thing. Okay, what does it say about a shadow presidency, right? If Barack Obama is controlling Joe from the shadows, what does it say here? Children of the light, test and prove what pleases the Lord. Have no fellowship with the fruitless deeds of darkness, but rather expose them. So things that are happening in the dark, in other words, in secret, right? For it is shameful even to mention what the disobedient do in secret. See that? Now, what's this other one say? Everyone who does evil hates the light and does not come into the light for fear that his deeds will be exposed. See that? Start to think. Here's one more. To open their eyes so that they may turn from darkness to light and from the power of Satan to God, that they may receive forgiveness of sins and an inheritance among these things sanctified by faith in me. Okay? Now looky here. One last one. Romans, the night is nearly over. The day has drawn near. So let us lay aside the deeds of darkness and put on the armor of light. Now start thinking about all this. Obama's working from the shadows. He's been working from the shadows since President Trump was inaugurated. And that's in the 7th year now. So it is not possible. And again, I'm not saying 100% that I believe it's true. But isn't it possible that he could be the Antichrist and he could be working from the shadows? He is trying to destroy the United States, and he specifically said at the UN meeting, and I'm sure you've all seen the video, that we needed a new world order, just like the Bushes did. It doesn't just seems kind of odd that all these things fit together. Watch this last little clip. See if I'm wrong.
More intimately, even to address the full Obama agenda of building back better and I love to say building back better.